Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great Friday. Welcome to Friday Night Live Worship. I am Duncan Christopher Helwig, and this is my friend, my brother. Who are you, sir?
Timothy Aaron Shin.
Aaron, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight, live worship on a Friday. And you know, this is a special Friday because, as we know, Sunday, we're going back to normal status. We're going back to church. We're able to go back and be with each other, worship God together. So it's almost like the pre-party, pre-worship service, if you will.
Pre-rally.
There you go. So, Tim, thank you so much for being with us tonight, and God bless you and your wife. How's Stephanie doing?
She's doing well. She's busy with work and tending to our fur baby at home, taking care of the puppy.
Awesome. Well, tonight we'll be here for an hour. We'll be worshiping. If you would like to listen to a song, leave a comment, and we'll do our best. Well, not we. You will be gracious enough to play it if possible and sing it if possible.
I'll have Duncan sing it too,
You don't want that, but let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's go ahead and get started. If you're near the family, brothers and sisters, kids, you know what? Just tell them to sit down next to you. Let's worship God together now. Let's do it. Thank you, Tim.
The mountains tremble. Did you hear the oceans roar? When the people rose to sing of Jesus Christ, the risen one. Did you feel the people tremble? Did you hear the singers roar? When the lost began to sing of Jesus Christ, the saving one. You can see that God, you're moving, a mighty river through the nations. Young and old will turn to Jesus. Fling wide you heavenly gates. Prepare the way of the risen Lord. Open up the doors and let the music play. Let the streets resound with singing. Songs that bring your hope and songs that bring your joy. Dancers who dance upon injustice. Do you feel the darkness tremble when all the saints join in one song, and all the streams flow as one river to wash away our brokenness? Here we see that God, you're moving. A time of jubilee is coming, when young and old will turn to Jesus. Fling wide you heavenly gates. Prepare the way of the risen Lord. Sing, open up. Open up the doors and let the music play. Let wherever you are listening, let the doors of your heart open up and rejoice, for He is our hope. Amen. Open up the doors and let the music play. Let the streets resound with singing. Songs that bring your hope and songs that bring your joy. Dancers who dance upon injustice.
Awesome job, Tim. Awesome job. Thank you. If you're tuning in tonight, it's Live in Worship this Friday. Thank you. And I want to say hello to Tim, who's also listening, my buddy Tim. And Jesse, thank you for tuning in. Also, if for some reason maybe there's any issues with the audio, just let me know. You know, Tim was telling me that he couldn't hear me, and I thought, what's going on? But I believe he said because I wasn't seeing. And that's absolutely right. I was not seeing, so it's a good thing that you weren't hearing me. But we're here for another hour. We are here to worship. We just want to hang out with you. So thank you for tuning in. Tim, where are you from?
I am from, I don't know, that's hard to say. Because I feel like I moved around a lot, but pretty much Southern California my whole life, a little bit in New Mexico. But a majority is Southern California.
Were you born in California?
Yes, I was born out in La Palma.
What about your parents?
They are from Korea, South Korea. They're from the north. I don't know. But yeah.
How did you come to faith?
Well, my father was a pastor when I was born, so I pretty much grew up in a Christian home. So I was just kind of grown into the faith, but being in the church ever since I was in my mother's womb, it kind of feels more of like what's the word I'm trying to find here? It doesn't feel as, just feels like it's part of my life, you know? Wake up every Sunday, go to church before I eat every day, pray, you know, just kind of like those Christian things to do. But I think it was around when I was in high school that I had a chance to really experience Jesus for myself. And that kind of led me in this direction of the search for authenticity. You know, we can do a lot of these things, go to church, pray, look Christian, you know, but Jesus is looking for what's in our heart, and He's looking for that authenticity within us. I think I've just been on that search ever since then.
And even with singing, I mean, because a lot of people have a talent to sing, but you could be singing and you could be performing a Christian song, but what we're doing tonight is we are worshiping God. You're not performing, we're worshiping God.
Yes. You know, you go to concerts and you see people raising their hands. You see people singing along with songs with people. And I think it's because the songs that they sing, hopefully, some of the times, you know, they're meaning what they're singing because they wrote those songs. And I think it's important for us as worshipers is the words that we sing, do we mean it in our hearts? And I think that's where the true authenticity of worship comes from, is the songs, the words. They're not just lyrics or catchy things you hear on the fish or, you know, something that your friends show you, but really dig through the words and find it in your heart to make that your prayer, make that into your life and your praise to God for whatever you're going through.
Absolutely. We are here to worship. I want to say hello to my brother, Carl. Carl, thank you so much for being with us. Let's continue to worship. What's next, my brother?
Living hope as we go into uncharted waters now. God forever stays the same. You know, you see on the news or friends, this is being said, that is being said, but what is being the same is Jesus, our God.
Amen.
the chasm that lay between us, how high the mountain I could not climb. In desperation, I turned to heaven and spoke your name into the night. Then through the darkness, your loving kindness tore through the shadows of my soul. The work is finished, the end is written. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Who could imagine so great a mercy? What heart could fathom such boundless grace? The God of ages stepped down from glory to wear my sin and bear my shame. The cross has spoken, I am forgiven. The King of Kings calls me his own. Beautiful Savior, I'm yours forever. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declare the grave has no claim on me. Oh, we believe it, we sing it. Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declares the grave has no claim on me. Jesus, yours is the victory. Oh, hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Jesus Christ, my living
Welcome to Friday night live worship with Tim. Tim, you went to the School of Worship at Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa, correct?
Yes, I did. That was back in 2016, around there, I think, or 18. I don't know. It's been a while.
Now, one of the homework assignments or projects that you had to work on was to write your own song. Is that correct?
Oh yes, it was.
Do you mind if we? Do you remember? Do you mind if you share it with us right now, or what do you think?
Ooh, yeah, I should have it somewhere. Give me a second.
In the meantime, as you look that up, because I remember you sharing that in the past. We do have some requests. We do have "Do It Again." I also "You Move the Mountains." Let's see. I've seen you move. I've seen you move. Do it again. I'm not sure if they're referring to the same song, but I know that song. Do it again. If you would like to listen to a song, just go ahead and leave a comment and let us know what song you would like to hear. And Tim will do his best to play it for you. At the same time, we invite you to worship with us this coming Sunday. 3 services available for you, 8:45, 10:30, and 5 p.m. More information, you can go to CalvaryOT.com and also this Facebook chat. We have another request also. Keep that in mind. Waymaker.
Ooh, okay.
That's from my brother Tim, requesting that from one Tim to another.
And I will respect that from one Tim to another.
He likes to sing as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Should have him now.
You're next, Tim. You heard it. You heard it here first. But yes, we hope you're having a great week, and we will do our best to have this on as much as possible. Friday night live worship. What better way to end a Friday night, to end a week, but to sit back, listen to some live music that's going to give us some encouragement in Christ.
Yeah, definitely. So unfortunately, I have to connect to internet. It's on my Dropbox for my song, but we'll get there eventually.
No problem.
So,
well, what's next?
We'll do one of the requests right now.
Okay.
Do it again. I'll do my best to sing, but we'll be worshiping. So.
Absolutely. And I just want to say a quick hello to Lydia Garcia. She's listening from South Carolina. So, Lydia, I love you. Thank you for being with us tonight. We're just worshiping the Lord, which I know you love to do. So we're doing it together tonight.
Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you will never fail me. Waiting for change to come, knowing the battle's won. For you will never fail me yet. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness. Your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. And I know the night won't last. Your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Jesus, you're still enough. Keep me within your love. My heart will sing your praise again. Oh, your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. Oh, you never fail. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I'll see you do it again. Oh, I'll see you do it again. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. Oh, you never will forget. Oh, you never fail me yet.
And he never will. And he never will. Welcome to Friday Night Live Worship. Thank you so much for being with us. If you would like to listen to a specific song, just go ahead and leave a comment. I want to say hello to a good friend of mine, a brother, like a little brother, listening live from Mexico, Libni Lopez. So I used to be Libni's Sunday school teacher in my mid-20s. And
so that was like what, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, about two or three decades. But Libni, thank you for listening. Blessings to you, and I hope you're doing really good in Mexico. I know you like it out there, and hello, and thank you for listening. So yes, let's continue. So Waymaker is another song that people have been liking a lot lately. Actually, Waymaker is actually the song that I'm playing for myself most often right now. Is there a song that you like to play for yourself most often? Or maybe what's Stephanie's favorite worship song?
Stephanie's favorite worship song. Ooh. She was just singing it earlier. I forget. She actually likes a lot of them. She just sings them throughout, and she listens to them like we listen to on Spotify. And she listens to them so much that, you know, how worship leaders or songs, they have like the little prayers that they have in between the songs. She even memorizes the prayers. I'm like, honey, those aren't the lyrics. But she's reciting them like word for word, and like the inflections of the voice and everything. It's pretty funny. But Waymaker's one that she constantly listens to as well. I think it's just because even though it's repetitive, it's nice and catchy, but it's also simple enough to have in our hearts and our minds that he is the Waymaker, the miracle worker, that whatever you're going through, he hasn't failed you yet, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those good songs out there.
Is there a number one song on your list? Like, what's the number one worship song in Tim's list?
There's just so many, just because it depends on the time of day. Because, you know, every day is different. Your morning, you're like, oh man, and that night you're just so tired, and during the middle of the day you got energy. But
what about why don't you play a song that maybe it's more driven for when you wake up in the morning, your morning song?
My morning song. Ooh. All right. My morning song. I think this will be sort of good morning song. I don't think we've done it at church at Old Town for Sunday nights, but I'm not sure how popular it is, because it's not written with, you know, Bethel or Hillsong or kind of those Goliaths of the worship music industry. But it's just pretty much, there's no one like our God. That when you wake up in the morning, there's no one like our God. That you are alive, you're awake, the day is new, and we will rejoice in it. And I think this is a good morning song to kind of remind ourselves that whatever the day is going to throw at us, that there is no one like our God, that he is for us and not against us.
Awesome.
This love that won't relent, was calling out with heaven's breath, who's reaching wide to save our souls, only you. But this is grace that makes no sense, that we can never recompense. Who gives us all a second chance? Only you, only you, only you. There is no one like our God. There is no one like our God. There is no other God who can save. There is no one like our God. Stars upon the night and show the sun how bright to shine, who shaped the world within his hands, only you. Oh, who set the sky upon the hills and told the waters to be still, spoke to form the universe. Only you, only you, only you. There is no one like our God. There is no one like our God. There is no other God who can save. There is no one like our God. There is no one like our God. There is no other God who can save. There is no one like our God. creation, no life or death can separate us from your love. No height or depth can stand between us, no power on earth or all creation, no life or death can separate us from your love. Oh, there is no one like our God. There is no one like our God. There is no other God who can save. There is no one like our God. Oh, there is no one like our God. There is no other God who can save. There is no one like our God.
What has God done for you?
Oh man, so much. You want to know the recent thing? So, for those of you who don't know, I recently was a full-time worship director at another church this past year. I was given the opportunity. Unfortunately, though, I was let go back in October, this past October, and it was definitely a time of shaking my fist in the sky. Oh my God, why? I had so many things sort of lined up before taking the church position, and my life, my career in banking was going towards a direction, even though I knew my calling is worship. I was trying to be bivocational, but I was offered the full-time position, got let go. I'm like, God, what is the purpose of this? But after some prayer, I was able to come at peace with it. God was able to give me peace in my heart about it. So then came the next question. All right, where's my next paycheck coming from? And so that was a struggle from October out until, I guess, February. Just so many job interviews, so many applications, so many resume revisions, and asking friends and families to look over my resume to see if it looks good, if it's up to par. And so many times that I would get a job interview, it would just feel right. One of those things where you knew it just felt right, and I didn't get it. And that happened so many times. I'm like, God, why? Why is this happening? Just give me a job. I don't care what it is. But then but then it was late at night on the computer looking up jobs. And I found a website, a Christian credit union, that was hiring for something. I was looking at the requirements for the job, and I have looked at it and went, I have no idea what that is, but I'm willing to learn, and I'm desperate, so I need something. So I threw in my application and my resume, and I didn't hear anything for months. And then more interviews, more jobs, applications, and then finally I got a call back. And after some process in a couple of weeks, I got the job, and I went, okay, God, you really got to bless me with something, because I have no idea what they want from me, but for some reason they want me there. And then literally, I think within a month or so, this whole COVID-19 thing happened. And my job was essential. So I was able to have a job, and looking back at it, all the other jobs that I applied for and interviewed for that I thought I was going to get, they all got laid off. They were not working, or they just, they weren't open. So looking at it now, I'm like, oh, okay, God, there's no one like you. You really know what we need, even way before we know what we need. So I think it was just God really putting me to the test and just building up my faith that, hey, I got this. I got you.
Before you go on to the next song, one question for you.
Yes, sir.
What would the Tim of today tell the Tim of a year ago?
Of a year ago. Ooh, what are we in now? May? I tell myself this every day, but I would have told the Tim, not that Tim that's about to sign off.
Tim, God bless you, my brother. I'm praying for you, man. Thank you for your support. Love you and Angie and the family.
I would have said humble yourself. Humble yourself and stop being lazy.
All right. Enough said. All right.
All the time.
God is good. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. And quick hello to Alma. Alma, thank you so much for tuning in to Friday Night Live Worship. What's next, Tim?
Waymaker.
Let's do it.
I think it's suitable for what I just...
And when I say let's do it, I mean you do it.
I mean, you got a mic. You can sing along too. You know? You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, yes, I worship you, Lord. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause that is who you are. 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 Oh. That is who you are. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Declare it, that is who you are. 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 'Cause that is who you are. 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 Oh. 'Cause that is who you are.
Right now, I'm playing this song over and over and over again, and over and over and over again. I just love the song,
Me too.
and I like the fact also when it says, "Even though I don't feel it, you're
Mhm.
working." It's not about a feeling. I think He's so good to us that He gives us feelings, but it's not about a feeling.
Yeah.
It's about a know.
Yeah.
Do you know? And I know. Feelings come and go.
Yeah. Exactly.
Any moment, any day. It's not about a feeling.
And even when we don't feel it, he's still working.
He's still working. He's still working. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. It's Friday night live worship tonight with my brother Tim here in the studio. And we are just here worshiping God. And why do you worship Jesus?
Oh, man.
Why not another God?
Because no other God has shown as much grace, love, power, magnificence, awe-striking. There's just no one like our God. No other God compares. I mean, back in my younger days, I did have idols where I would put my focus and attention and all my heart into those things. But, sorry, I got distracted. But, there's no one like our God. That all those idols that I was chasing after just could not fill that void in my heart as God does.
And there's so many gods or so many things we make gods. Even we want to play God. We want to be our own God.
Yeah.
And at times we want to tell people to bow down to us because we are the God. But no way, we are not God. And I asked that question because it's Friday night. It's 8:44. Why are we here? I mean, I could be with my wife and my children. You could be with your wife, but we're not. Why? Because there's only one thing that's more VIP than our spouses. And they're okay with that.
Yeah.
And that is our God.
Amen.
We could be doing something else, but we're not. Because it means that much to me and it means that much to you.
Yes, it does.
So let's continue worshiping. And at the same time, I want to say hello to my sister-in-law, Crystal Heldig. And she is saying, hi, I'm watching with your mama. My mama? Mom, thank you for watching. I love you. This is Tim. He is a great singer. But most importantly, he loves to worship God, Mom. And that's why we're here tonight. What is next on the list, my brother?
Good Father.
All right. All right.
stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard a tender whisper of loving dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. And I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Oh, it's love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, love, you're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Oh, you are perfect. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. So perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. to us.
Friday night live worship. This is my brother Tim. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Speaking of good fathers,
I'm trying to be. This is my son, Duncan.
Are you asking your brother?
Yeah, this is also my brother. You want to say hello, son?
Hello.
That's my son, Duncan the fourth. The reason why he's the fourth is because we're keeping track, so that way we don't forget who's who. That's why.
is there really four?
Yeah, he's actually Duncan Christopher Helwig the fourth.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like
I'm the third. You're the fourth.
I'm the fourth?
No, my dad's the fourth.
But thank you so much for being with us tonight. Friday Night Live Worship. We got about 9 minutes left in this awesome hour it's been already. And
Wow, that just flew.
it's going by super fast. And I just want to thank everyone for being with us, especially my friend who is an awesome cook. And I love how she cooks when she cooks.
Yes, I do too.
Right?
Yeah.
Keiko is just,
Oh man.
she's awesome.
Have you had her sloppy joes yet?
No.
Oh,
No.
You need to have her sloppy joes.
Wow. I feel I feel left out. I feel where's the love? But thank you so much for being with us tonight. Before we end, if you would like to share anything or a special message or any prayer requests, please leave your comment. At the same time, I want to remind you that this Sunday we are reopening our church. This Sunday, 3 services for you: 8:45, 10:30, and 5 p.m. 8:45, 10:30, and 5 p.m. Now, some of you are listening through our Calvary Chapel Old Town Facebook. Some of you are not. So if you want more information about the services for this weekend, calvaryot.com and calvaryot.com. So we are just moving right along.
Yes.
And what's on your mind? I can tell you want to share something.
Me? Oh. Thank God for technology that we can have this moment during this time, that we're in, that we can be with each other. It may not be face to face per se, but we're still able to worship together through our screens and with each other in spirit.
Absolutely. And my mom sent a message saying that was a beautiful song, the one you just sang. And thank you, Mom. I agree. It is a beautiful song. And so we are going to be wrapping it up really soon. I think you're picking the right song, I'm assuming, to close up tonight's Friday Night Live and Worship. And that's okay. Take your time, whatever you feel is best. But I want to just remind you guys that just an extension of that song, you're a good father. I love that song. I mean, it's a great song. It means so much to different people because the father is such a central person in every family, every society, every country. You know what I'm saying? If you have a good father, most likely, it's going to be shown in the family,
Yes.
If you don't, it's going to be shown in the family. Not always. We've seen great kids come from not so good fathers and vice versa. But if you're a father, boy, what a job we have, and what a special job we have. And we got to be the rock. We got to be the rock. And we represent, at the same time, we represent God in our strengths. So if you just want to be encouraged overall, sing this song. All right? Sing this song. What's next, my brother?
So I finally got internet down to my iPad so I could get the lyrics that you're saying with the song that we had to write.
So tell us about that. Tell us about the project, how it went about.
So how this one went about. So I'm trying to remember what key I was singing it in. If you don't mind, I might just give a little sneak peek of the chorus just so.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
We rejoice in the waiting. You are here. You are with us. We rejoice. Okay, I might have to go a little bit lower because I've been singing for about an hour. So.
And they're still requesting. Somebody wants to hear "Open the Eyes of My Heart." It's up to you, but Okay, so we got maybe 2 songs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so how about you decide? Do you want to do "Open the Eyes of My Heart" now and close out with your song?
Sure, and then we can talk about it before.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Okay, so "Open the Eyes of My Heart's coming up next. So stay tuned for that. And that is actually my mother requested that song. So thank you so much, Mom. It's coming just for you. "Open the Eyes of My Heart." That's coming up right now. It's a great song. I love this song. I love this song. Every song, any. All right, sure. Come on in.
We got a little time.
So we have a special guest in the studio right now. We have Sarah and we have Lucy, and they want to show us something. So go ahead, ladies, get in the middle right here. Just go ahead and show. Well, no, ladies, we higher. Okay. So they want to look. The camera's right there. So they want to show you guys their little pets, the baby chicks.
I just took mine out, even though it's like I just took it out. This one's so cute.
Awesome.
This one's a rooster, but it's so cute. It's really
All right, ladies. Well, thank you for sharing your pets, your baby cheeks, and even more so, I'm looking forward to you sharing the eggs once they are ready. Yes, be careful. Be careful.
3 months.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Take care of them because they are going to feed me breakfast hopefully in the coming months. I appreciate that. But yes, as we were.
I realized you meant the eggs. I was like,
I used to do that, no longer. But we are wrapping up Friday Night Live with my brother Tim. We have 2 songs left. This next one's going to be called "Open the Eyes of My Heart."
open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see
Melissa wrote, "Thank you, Tim, Aaron, Shin."
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa, for listening. I really appreciate that. And also, we got a message from Krista Helbig. Thank you for the song. God bless you guys. So thank you so much for you being with us this evening. And we are going to wrap it up with one more song. And Tim, tell us the story of this song.
So for School of Worship, we had a project where we were in a group together and we had to write a song. And my history with writing songs is they were just so cringy. They were so cheesy, so cliche that the words that I've made, the lyrics, the melodies even, I just never fell in love. I was like, how people say you're your own worst critic. But I can confidently say that I did not write this song. God wrote the song through me. I don't know why, but time and time again, the song would come up and it would just fit so well in certain moments of my life that helped me get going. So the title of it is Rejoice in the Waiting. And the whole premise of the song is pretty much whenever you're in a time of waiting, just like at the time when after I got laid off and I was in a search for a job, that we need to rejoice in the waiting sometimes because God has something in store for us. That in the verses, it says, be still, be still. So the verses kind of showcase a little bit of our human side about our doubts. It says, be still, empty words, wasting time. Why do I doubt you still? Because God has shown time and time again in all of our lives that he is a faithful father. He is a good father for us. And the song, I think I try to touch on both the human side, but on the hope side, that we rejoice in the waiting because God is in store, or God is in control of everything. And he has something in store for us that we just need to rejoice in this time because, when you're in line for Disneyland, yes, we're complaining that we're in line because the line's taking so long, but you're still waiting. You're still rejoicing because the ride is coming. Like, oh my goodness, it's coming. Or like when the new Star Wars movie came out, even though it was kind of like a disappointment, but still, you're rejoicing because you love to wait for it. Or on our wedding days, waiting down at the aisle as our bride is coming down the aisle. We're rejoicing. We're waiting and we're rejoicing in that time because we know that something good is about to happen. Something good is going to come. So that's why I wrote this song.
I like it. All right. What's the name of the song?
Rejoice in the Waiting.
Rejoice in the Waiting. This is an original song.
Yes.
Rejoice in the Waiting.
And it was helped. So people in my group, Jessica Petersheim, but she's married now. I forgot her new name. And also Kalea Magtoto, who's also married, but her new name is Reinhold. Do you remember Seth Reinhold?
Yes. That's his wife?
It's his wife.
Okay. Rejoice in the Waiting. Tim, live, Friday night, live worship.
Be still, be still. You say be still. Empty words. Do I believe what you say? Wasting time. Why do I doubt you still? Send out your light. Send out your truth. I choose to hope for in the night. Your song is with me. We rejoice in the waiting. We rejoice in the waiting. You are here, you are with us, we rejoice. We rejoice in the waiting. We rejoice in the waiting. You are here, you are with us, we rejoice. Afraid you won't pull through again. Faith is gone again, but this road, this way is not your will for me. Send out your light, send out your truth. I choose to hope for in the night. Your song is with me. We rejoice in the waiting. We rejoice in the waiting. You are here. You are with us. We rejoice. We rejoice in the waiting. We rejoice in the waiting. You are here. You are with us. We rejoice. You are my rock. You are my hope. Your word you keep. You are faithful. You are my rock. You are my hope. Your word you keep. You are faithful. We rejoice in the waiting. We rejoice in the waiting. You are here. You are with us. We rejoice. 'Cause we rejoice in the waiting. We rejoice in the waiting. You are here. You are with us. We rejoice. You are my rock. You are my hope. Your word you keep. You are faithful. You are my rock. You are my hope. Your word you keep. You are faithful. Your word you keep. You are faithful. Your word you keep. You are faithful.
Melissa writes, beautiful, Tim. Sometimes our greatest growth comes in those times of waiting.
Amen.
Amen to that. So, wow. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for being with us tonight. It's been a pleasure sharing. Well, to be honest, it was fairly easy for me. You're the one that had to do most of the work, but I couldn't thank you enough, brother. Thank you so much for being with us tonight and sharing your talent that God has given you. And it's a pleasure for me to be with you because you're using your talent not for you, but to praise our Father in heaven, man. And that is what I love the most. Because you get up there, you're singing, and you're not performing, you're worshiping God. I see you, and it's like this brother's it's not performing, he's worshiping God. And I mean that. I mean that. My brother Enoch, that you know Enoch, you and him, I see you guys, and you guys are worshiping God, man.
I wish I was in the same caliber league as Enoch, but thank you.
But thank you so much for being with us tonight, and we hope to see you soon. We hope to do this every Friday night live worship. And Tim, you have the final word.
Put our hope in God.
All right.
Put our hope in God.
Well said. Well said. Our hope in God. Well, we'll see you some other time. I just want to give you a quick reminder. We hopefully will see you on Sunday, Calvary Chapel, Old Town in Orange. We have 3 services for you. We will also be live streaming as well if you can't make it in person. 8:45, 10:30, and 5 p.m. More information, go to calvaryot.com. I am Duncan. He is the worshiper, Tim.
Aaron.
Shin. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.